Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, as you can see, I am a level 50 warrior. So we are going, which means we are going to be doing this guy standing in front of me. Thanks a lot, lass. We are going to go through the 1 through 50 quest line for Marauder and Warrior. So this is also the last base job in the game to get to level, well, at least the last base battle classes to get to level 50. So I've reached the first milestone, I guess. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you in just a little bit. All right, it's time for us to become a Marauder. Blothoda, whatever your name is, sign me up. Ho there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth wielding needs 2 hands on the aft and has a blade what can chop clean through a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and brutal force. If you have a mind to make the Marauders art your life's arts, then our guild welcomes you with open arms. What say you, lass? Keen to join the ranks? Yes, that's what I'm here for. Well then, here's a bit of guild history so you know what you're getting into. It all started with ships, you see. What have got ships to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down the trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. But any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe is perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose on a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about ye. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the Marauder begin to take shape, especially among the pirates, where strength and skill have decided your place in the world. With an eye of assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. After the Galdian Accord was signed, though, the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors who sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. Still keen, are ye? Think it over and let me know if you decide to join our ranks. You need to ask. I'm all ready to go. You decided then? You ready to join the Marauders Guild? Alright then, all that needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wernzons. I'm just calling you Wern. Or, yeah, Wern. Let's go with that. Wern's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lass. Good fortune to ye. Alright, Wern. I'm ready to join the ranks. Yes, I'm Wern. Axe Master, they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries, we seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful, enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blota, but once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that waits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? You don't even need to ask. Very well. Your name? Attend me well then, Cecilla. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oft times be your own. I present to you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be to how to hold it. Now grip the hat with both hands and set yourself in a solid stance. Alright. Marauder has been unlocked! Yippee for me! It's the final well, it's not really the final quest, but it's the final battle quest that starts at level 1. Thank God. I still have a lot more classes to go through first, though, before I can officially, well, you know what I mean. Alright, make a new gear set. Sweet! Ah, you cut striking figure, Cecil, but heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests of that plague the outskirts of Limsa Laminsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of the creatures have fallen to your blade. Alright, I will do that, and I will be right back. Alright, Wern, I've killed my targets, my marks. You return to me a different woman. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. Every blow of your weapon will clear you another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless. Such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. I'm already there, sir. Cecila, you approach me with the Marauder strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius of the dagger is the raw, unstoppable strength wrought by its thick, heavy blade. And that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinarily physical strength. Thus, we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as the Marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generation of the guild, a method that you too shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Braunbar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. I'll be honest, I forgot this place even had a training area. Where the hell where is the training area? Oh, it's down here. I mean, I knew the Arcanist Guild had one, but I completely forgot that the Marauders had one too. The Axe Master told me you'd be on your way. My name's Braunbar. Good it is to be a new Marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right. Our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. I got hiccups. But you can't use it's just any old swing. You need to hit it hard. You hit the rock just so. Rockheim, my fellow Marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Alright. Let's go see how I can break open a boulder, I guess. It shouldn't be that difficult, right? In theory. Alright, Zephyr Gate. Let's go find the lass. Whee! Where am I going? Greetings, lass. Ready to split some stone, are ye? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now. Just hit them with a good, solid, heavy swing. Alright. Easy. Alright, where's the third one? I'm the strongest Marauder alive! What you think of my performance? That's the way to do it, lass. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have him a little harder than with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Alright. I'm the best ever. No rocks can stand in my way. Do I pass? Am I the world's best marauder now? I can see you're a natural. Your head's still ringing with that sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axemaster Warren and let him know you're ready for something harder. Alright. Let's head on over to the Marauder Guild again. Hey guy, I broke your boulders. Am I the best ever? Do I get a medal? As a train, loosen your muscles and focus your mind, Cecilla. An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster's stead, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalo crabs has unwittingly elected itself to the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official Marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Sulkweb. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Alright. Aye, Cecil, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their dangerous tasks. I suppose Warren expects me to give you the details then? Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalo crab nest near the Morning Widow in Lower La Nocia. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Ah, don't worry, lass. It's on my back. I'm all good to go. This way says. Way up north. Oh, it's right there. Into the caves! Alright. Where's this megalo crab at? Looks like it's nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! What's going on? Blades is my grandson, and Snipper's got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready. Get that. Oh my god! Get that. I can't speak anymore. Get that weapon ready. Holy shit! We need to move now. I was trying to say get that weapon ready. I was like, what the fuck? Like Elmer Fudd. Damn, an instance already, huh? That was fast. We're only level 5. Tanks are busy. Bugger and shite! Get away from me, you bloody great bastard! I'm not scared of no giant crabs. I'll kill you and throw you in the in boiling water. I will soothe you will, Cecilla. Let's hope to have no way of healing. Do not stray too far from my side. Really not much going on. I only have 2 abilities to use. Got room for one more. Can't leave the novice have all the fun. Where did you come from? God damn, there are a lot of crabs. Huh. Some of these bastards are harder than the damn boulders. Level up! Hooray! Thank you, miss. I thought I was dead for sure. I can't even play outside no more. What with all these scary monsters about? Ma, and me dad. It was both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An oryx, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. Aye, make it pay for what it did to me, folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Cecil here who will be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You'll let us worry about that big, nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Cecil. It's time you headed back as well before word begins to worry I've left your corpse for the crabs. Alright. Out of here. So, you shattered the shells of the megalocrabs and saved the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent crowd prove its merit. Well done, Cecila. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it's unusual for such crabs can be found so near the steed. Instead, by all accounts, I hit the Mike. The creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is an unknown terror in the lands of La Nocia, ever seeking to expand its territory. And that boy's parents were but 2 of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Cecila? Nurture those urges, but do not yet act on them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Alright, I can do that. That sounds like a simple task. You know what? I'll take this because it's unique. I think you could shove this into a... I think you could shove that into the vault. What is this thing anyway? It's not the greatest, but yeah. Alright, so that's the level 1 through 5, 1 and 5 quests, so we'll be back when we are at level 10. Alright, level 11, Wern. What is my next test to become the best marauder in the world? Wake of Destruction. Cecila, I've gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Sigurd bade you slay. The tales name this creature Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujata and the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain, such as his immense size and bulk. Again, I'll not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance with the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But at the top of this lumbering colossus, you must first become equal in strength and ferocity, As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to the blind iron mines. We have had folk that are fallen prey to the claws of local galagos, and it is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let the blade, your axe blade, sing in righteous slaughter. Where the hell is that? Who the hell are the galagos? Where am I going? Oh, I'm going up there. Alright, I'll do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, Wern, I've slayed your galagos. They weren't that tough. Welcome back, Cecil. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is much work to be done. Kujata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain and attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce from the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Alright, you didn't tell me where. Okay, over there. Alright, let me go down there. There's the wagon. Alright, so who's here? Got a raptor. It's a pack of velociraptors. Oh, that was easy. Where'd the wagon go? The wagon just like disappeared. Do we stuff all the food in our pockets or something? Alright. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, are merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kujata's rampages. To face Kujata himself, you required far more training. But do not despair, Cecila. As Axemaster and fellow Marauder, I swear, I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce's power from your weapon, until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. Alright, cool. Level 12! Sweet. Alright, so I will be back when I'm level 15. Level 15 ahoy, Wern! What is my next trial? Brutal strength! Am I sized up to take on the giant aurochs? I see you have been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words. It shows in your bearing, in your unwavering gaze. It is time for you to once more lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of a sizable creature roaming the outskirts of Aleport in western Lanosia. This monster is no Kujata, but the threat it represents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I am fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter and archer by the name of Reinfred. He took up residence in Aleport some years ago and will gladly aid you in this task. With Rainfred's assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger and to provide it swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. May your axe swing truth. Alright. That's one way to put it. Let's do it. Where you at, guy? He's way over here. Where is he at? Is he in here? Oh, hello. One of Warren's girls, are ye? Why, I've known that sprat since he was knee-high to a... Well, he was always kind of a big fellow, was Warren. And now they call him Axemaster, eh? Not a subtle lot, you marauders. So, I suppose you're here to hunt down our local trouble. What you need to do, then, is take yourself northwest up towards Camp Skull Valley and give a good whistle. The mean bugger you're after, his name's Patri Patan. By the by, he will come running across the weeded fields or weeded plains. You'll think you're trespassing his territory, see, so you better have that clear yours ready. Ashan's blessings, oh, whatever. Ashan's blessings be upon ye. Okay. How hard can it be? What's this big beast of burden? No! God damn it. I do not want you. You're not who I'm looking for. Damn pelican. This is not the monster I came for. I came for whatever this is. A coral, huh? Great. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting something bigger. Is that it? Okay, let's go to the Marauders Guild. Hey guy, I killed your beast of burden. Wasn't that all that impressive? I've been in contact with Rainfred, and that he had not but praise for you, Cecila. Your representation of the guild has been exemplary. There is one more task I'll have you complete this day. A task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to what the fuck? I'm just gonna call you Scap. I can't even begin to pronounce the last bit of his name. Where he waits on the bank of the ageless river, and he shall ever help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. Okay. I'm gonna bust down more rocks. Let's find out. If I have to chop down more rocks, I'm not gonna be impressed. Oh, it's another rock! Aye, lass, I know you why you're here. After seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here too. Now, my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles rock guy had you training on. To crack this beauty, you'll require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Huh. Warren wouldn't send you here if he didn't think you capable. Really? Really? This is what I came for? A big ass boulder? Ha! Would you look at that? And your first attempt too? Well, I guess it's back to the Axemaster for you. You made me come all here all the way for that? Worthless. I'm not impressed, sir. Not impressed at all. You're gonna set me up against these giant boulders? What challenge are they gonna pose for me? I killed your big, scary boulder. I knew you'd return before long. The deafening crack of shattering boulder reached me even here. Really? I think it's a little overdramatic, don't you think? This feat of strength deserves recognition. You shall have it in the form of a new technique. Adopted and perfected by our guild forebears, the tomahawk throw was the first devised by pirates as an opening attack on closing enemy vessels. What are you handing me? Though we primarily focus on close quarter combat, you'll no doubt find that having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical veracity. I sense that the impending confrontation with the Kujata weighs heavily in your mind, Cecila, but hurried swings lead to glancing blows. There is no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek, only a steady, measured ascent. Thanks, guy. Thanks for the life advice. Okay. That was very uneventful. I'll be back when level 20. Alright. We are level 20. Wayne or Wern. What now? What would you have me do? Cecil, there's trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast Kujata? The boy's grandfather, Nadard, but recently contacted us with worrisome news. The young Sigurd has gone missing. There have been sightings of Kujata in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy and his tragic tale, I would have you attend to this matter. My sister Sulkweb awaits you at the Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. I mean, what is the boy gonna do against an Aurochs? I mean, really? Come on, the kid's way over his head. Alright, this is not where I needed to be. Damn it, it's back downstairs. Why? Why the hell is she at the frickin' culinarian place? What are you doing? We have a mission to go to and you're sitting here eating. Cecil, I assume you're here to discuss a missing child and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew? First things first. I would advise against rushing out to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster Stead and learn more what we can from old Nadard. Alright. The fastest way out is through there. So let's just go back to the Yap Castle. That'll get me there faster than going back to the Marauder dry docks and just flying there. This will take me straight to where I want to be. It's closer than Marauder dry docks. So I guess it's fine. Oh boy. What's this child thinking? The child was scared of some megalocrabs. You think the child can take on a giant aurochs? Has he seen the size of those? Does he remember how big those things are? They're like walking mammoths. And he couldn't even take on a walking giant crab. Where am I going? Thank the gods you're here. Seems your grandson set on causing naught but trouble for ye. But surely you can know what the lad is feeling. How's he's bone? Oh my god, this accent. And the last time when he came along with like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. He must have got it in his head to take revenge on the beast itself. Daft little bugger. Any road, once he heard Kujata and spotted near airport, he shot through the door like an arrow from a bow, and I ain't seen him since. I beg of ye, find me little Sigurd before he gets hurt, himself stomped to death. That big bastard Orox has spilled more than enough of me kin's blood. Our course is clear. We must set off for airport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, I'm just gonna call him Far, often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. Alright. I don't want to do that. You do that. I'll teleport over there. We'll take the expressway. Have I seen the boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad trapezing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post to begin and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hells, I may even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'll be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. They won't get here in time. Oh, there's this bag. Cravens! Alright. What is this, a water bottle? Water skin? Oh yeah. It's one of those old-fashioned water bottle things. Alright. Get out of here, you annoying birds. Uh-oh, there's a thing up here. If you found any sign of Sigurd, I found his water bottle and his satchel. He must have been in a desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across his wood axe, a tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps. Gods below! Gods below! Cecil, over there! What? What is it? Is it the Gujata himself? Oh, there he is. Really? A child can take something of that size on with a stick. He ditched his axe for a stick. Cecil. What is this child thinking, taking on something of that size with a stick? Quickly now, those cards are out for blood. Watch your flanks. I can. power found the scent. Alright. Step aside. Wern? He breathes yet. We were drawn to the Red Rooster's stead. Follow my lead, Tesla. I'm not scared of that thing. I can take that thing on. Fine. Have it your way. Oh, really? Oh my god. There's really no easier way to get there, is there? There really is no easy way to get there. Fine. I'll teleport back to Morabi. I kind of wish there was a second Aetheryte in this place. It sucks having one Aetheryte in this area when you can. There could be just as easily be one up further up north. Kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Oh boy. Steed. You brought him home? I don't got the words to thank you. Well, that's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scouted those jackals when you did, I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Alpor, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off of such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies, Nadard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risked your lives to save little Sigurd. How is a man to find fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds he took protecting me. You took protecting me, foolish boy. You need to concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is not more we can accomplish here, Susla. It is time to return to the guild and focus on other tasks. Okay. Hopefully you won't be causing us any more trouble anytime soon. One can hope. I don't like to babysit. Alright. Now I get where it's coming from, but the kid's got a death wish. Don't know what that kid was thinking, but I'm glad the lad will live, but I fear this will be the last, or not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution and his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let us helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Cecila, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Let's hope, because we're running out of time. Alright! I will be back on level 25! Alright, 25, Wern. Any news on the big Aurochs that I'm supposed to slay? Cecil, our near disastrous encounter with the pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of the beasts was beyond all I had imagined. Even the most dedicated marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh. And if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus, I prepare for you a trial that shall unleash your deepest reserves of destructive inner strength. As before, a Sulkweb awaits you at the Bismarck to guide you on your path. Do not squander this opportunity for growth, Cecil. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of your axe. Really? She's having a snack again? Seriously? We got stuff going on. She's here just eating away. Alright. Eating away your troubles. You word from my brother. Ha! The pride of the guild, eh? My brother plays quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems. But from what I witness, if any marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sigurd's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy now, do you? And there is, of course... Oh, I already read that. Let us be about this trial, Cecila. I shall meet you at the Salt Strand in Lower La Nocia, where your training was to take place. Well, naturally, I will be there. Without me, you're like to forget you're like to forget to tend your wounds and bleed to death. Well, excuse me. Alright, where am I going? The Salt Strand? Oh. That's where the Concurrent hang out at. Alright, so what's going on down here? Well, this should be the place. I don't see... do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Cecila? Pray unlimb that axe of yours. What's going on? Am I gonna be attacked by the pack of wolves? Nope, it's just a bunch of moles. Really? Huh, this is supposed to be a trial. Alright, what's next? That seems to be the last of them, compared to what we have faced before, though. It wasn't terribly... So, this is the indomitable Cecil. Who in the seven hells are you? Wait, is that... We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your... Is that Sulk? Oh, brother. Like, quite literally. Oh, brother. Is that Wern? What are you doing? What are you playing at, you oafs? No matter, we fight to win. So many. Now this is more like it. On your guard, we're not done. someone familiar. Alright, what now? Seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well, I shall take your measure with mine own blade. Why don't you take that mask off of yours? You can't hide who you are. Do not think to show me quarter, Sessa, for I shall surely show you none. You can't hide your true identity. I see you through your masquerade. Prepare to be tested. Spent already. Our battle has scarce begun. Says the guy who's half dead. You fight well, Marauder. Now let's see what you're truly capable of, or truly made of. What you think? I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. Might be just be enough. We're done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Your display of prowess is truly impressive, Cecila. Worthy indeed. What a ridiculous charade. Did he honestly think we couldn't see through all those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was born not of malice, rather he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It's time you return to the guild. Oh, and as a favor to me, pray indulge Wern in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Huh. Man, I get the guy's attention behind it, but he could have picked better disguises, like not wearing blue armor, for instance. That was a dead giveaway. Yeah, like. Yeah, you had the same armor on, buddy. You could have just worn something different. And picked a different weapon too while you're at it. Sessa, I've heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents with such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow Marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, we shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. Alright. Cool. Alright. I'll be back when I'm level 30. Alright. We're level 30. So, Wern, I'm ready to take on our elusive Aurochs. Cecily, your confrontation with the beast is at hand. Kujata has made his presence known. Reports place the creature at northeast of the Red Roost Steed. I can never say this right. In the vicinity of the Great Fleet. There is little more for me to say but this. Harness all the strength you have built through your labors of sweat and blood and unleash it full fury upon Kujata and his menagerie of scavengers. Sigurd yet lies abed, trusting in your strength and praying for your victory. I ask that you go to the lad before the battle and tell him you venture forth to fell the object of his vengeance. Such news would cheer his ailing heart. The time has come, says the Rye. May your axe strike deep and true. Alright. Taking down the giant beast of burden. That's not where I wanted to go. I want to go to the Yap Castle. Be faster to go out this way. Oh, all this for an oversized mammoth. All right, let's go. Cecila, I'm sorry for making trouble. Babysitting! No, I deserve what I got. It's my own fault for not believing in ye. But you came back anyway, and now you're gonna take that axe to Kujana's head, ain't ye? I know you can beat that bastard. You got to. Alright. I heard Kujana had reared his ugly head again, and I reckon you'll not be too far behind. I hope you won't object to me lending what aid I can. We've been through much, you and I would see this tale to its end. Oh shit, I skipped that. Might be as I'm sticking me nose in where it ain't wanted, but I couldn't abide the thought of you facing that monster solo. Kujana's got his friends, so it's only fair you got a couple too. And what are friends for if not to lighten your load? I heard you did some of the groundwork for ye. Seems like a farmer and his wain have fallen victim to the fiend's pack. And what are friends for? I skipped it again. Oops. The touchpad! The pot. You find pear. All right. Damn birds. All right. What am I expecting now? Seems like the trail of destruction. Oh. Oh, here we go. Time to take on a beast. And there it is. The beast itself. Take it on! I'm not afraid of this thing. This is it, Cecilla. Send the beast to the abyss. Focus on fighting Kujata. Leave the hyenas to me. Be on your guard, he's up to something. Compare closer wounds, what has he done to you? No wonder his victims are so hard to heal. He's dead. Just like that. Very disappointing. Cecilla! Beast of Burden's dead. It appears retirement was fortuitous. The Axemaster carried me here so I could see. You did it. You really did it. My little stubby axe. Ma, Dad, do you see? Cecil killed the bastard. He's finally dead. Thank you. Thank all of ye. Cecilla, do you reckon I could swing an axe like that? When I was bigger, I mean. I want to protect folk too. Keep them safe from, you know, monsters and things. Sure. Gotta put in the effort. This guy will approve of it. If you train hard, the knot is beyond your reach, young man. Then that's what I'll do. I'll train every single day. You'll see, I'll be the strongest hero you there ever was. Alright. Well, that's that. Nope. Well done, Cecilla. I knew from the first moment we met that you would rise to meet any challenge. That's it. That's all you're gonna say to me. My closing arguments. I saw with my own eyes. I could scarce believe it. You brought down the mountain. What about you? It is done, Cecilla. You've answered the boy's prayers and upheld the pride of the guild. Hold your head high, Marauder. I shall be waiting your triumphant return to Lumsa Luminsa. Alright. That was truly a mighty feat, Cecilla. Never have I seen a Marauder so dedicated to attain the pinnacle of her discipline. In recognition of your achievements, I, Axemaster Wern, will have to pass on to our guild's final technique, the thrill of battle. This skill teaches you to embrace the fear and danger of combat, allowing you to push well beyond the normal limits of your stamina. Though the thought brings me both joy and sadness, there is not more I can teach you. May the memories of your time here at the guild sustain you as you strive for ever greater heights of perfection. Experience now shall be your tutor. There will be others, always be greater foes and deadlier challenges on which to test your blade. Of that I am certain. You enter a realm of our craft in which even I have never set foot. I only hope that when you reach the very boundaries of our art, you'll return to share your triumphs with us. Until then, Cecil, may your axe ever swing true. Oh boy! Nice! Cool. Achievements! Tales of War! All the Disciples of War are at least level 30. I'm ready to move on. Cecil, just the one I was hoping to see. It's plain as day that you've no equal in our guild and have a task I had entrusted to an ordinary marauder. To wit, I just received a message from an old comrade in arms of mine who now serves as a guardsman in Costa del Sol. It would seem the fighting has grown fierce in those parts, and he finds himself in dire need of reinforcements. Mind you, this man is no white-livered whelp. He can wield an axe with the best of them, as evidenced by Master Geji Ruju's paying good coin for the services of he and his men. No, any enemy who could fluster that bunch is not one to be trifled with. I've sent Sulkweb on ahead to tend to the wounded. Seek her out upon your arrival and she'll apprise you of the situation at hand. What's going on over here? Trouble in paradise? Okay. Cecil, ever a sight for the sore eyes. A nasty bale of turtles has been preying on this area of late, snapping and gnashing at everything in sight. Why, even the best men that Master Geji Ruju could buy find themselves no match for the creatures. Word has it that the beasts have been sighted swimming in from the lightly guarded northern shore. I'll send you there to investigate the cause behind their burgeoning numbers. Thanks. Oh, I flew past it. I wasn't paying attention. I flew way past it, actually. Who the hell are you? Full demon? Or fell demon? Who's this guy? Ugh. He's got red eyes. Satan, is that you? Ah, damn it all. Cecil, we must see to these beasts. I'm not afraid of no AoE. Alright, maybe I was wrong. Hey, look, I can get my, I can get my Hudson Hawk in here. Yeah, that's one mark. Well, it's one mark I don't have to hunt down. Are you gonna summon any more of those for me? Seven hells, don't enter them. Prepare to fall back. I'll see to the shellbacks. You whelps just try to end up try not to end up as turtle grub. That axe! That seems like him. Cecil, we must do what we can. Alright, let's help this guy out. That should send them scuttling back to their nests. You can call me Curious George. One remark about the name and I'll rip your ugly heads from your shoulders and suck the marrow on your twitching spines. You two are our guards from Casa del Sol, I reckon. Not as such, we are the Marauders Guild, sent by Axemaster Wern to assist in the defense. I'm Sulkwib, and this is my comrade Cecila. From the guild, you say? Well, blow me down and call me a boggy. Had you told me sooner, I'd have introduced myself with proper respect. You're Cecila, right? We've only just met, but I see you a strength not found in an ordinary woman. Once you unleash the beast within and become a warrior with me. A warrior, you say? So it was you I saw brandishing battle techniques I had thought lost to stand the time. Lost? Perhaps in these parts, where I come from, the way of the warrior is alive and well. My tribe has been handing them down for thousands of years. Yet our numbers dwindle with every new summer, and this is why I left the mountain where I was raised to come here. What say you, Cecila? If you would walk the path of the warrior with me, seek me out Hidden Falls. I'll do just that. I'm tired of being a marauder. Marauder's boring. The warriors of old. We have all heard the tales, but never once did I dream that I would meet one in the flesh. My memory is cloudy, but many years ago it was said that there was a young marauder in the company of heroes who would unleash crushing blows theretofore unseen by his comrades. When the company disbanded, he vanished, never to be seen again. Might that be this Curious George? I cannot vouch for the man's identity, but there can be no denying the display of strength we saw today, nor that he's taken a liking to you, Cecila. This could be an opportunity for the ages. Hidden Falls, was it? Were I in your boots, I would head off there without delay. Okay. I'll let you do the cleanup work then. I don't want to hear any complaints later. I knew you would come, Cecila. Let us begin. Any woman can take up an axe and call herself a marauder, but to become a true warrior, she must prove that she can tame the inner beast that guides the blade. I witnessed your battle with the turtles, and I must say that I was impressed. You have proven yourself far more worthy of this than I could have imagined. In your hand lies the soul of the warrior, a crystal within which the deeds of 1,000 warriors from history have recorded. For countless generations, Soul has been passed on to those with my tribe who choose the path of the warrior, to guide them and aid them on their journey. When your inner beast awakens, the runes will resonate and further empowering your will, and granting you such strength as you will never thought possible. Today there is cause for celebration, my friend, for through you I've ensured that my tribe's legacy will endure. Yes, it is for this day, this moment, that I came down from the mountain. Yet, however I earnestly pursue my goal, I cannot deny the fear inside me that my mission will ultimately end in failure. For you see, while I style myself a warrior, the truth is that I left the mountains before my training was complete. And while I carry with me the chronicles of my ancestors detailing the ancient arts of war, I lack the ability to fully decipher the texts. Yet there may still be hope, for there is another who fled my village, one who shared my dream of passing on the teachings of the tribe and can read from the tome, my brother. Without him, I fear there is little more I can teach you at this time, but that will not discourage me from continuing my studies of the chronicles, nor shake my belief that further secrets will soon reveal themselves to me. Until then, I ask that you use the knowledge I have passed on to you and continue your training. You must strive to harden your will so that it may endure the strain of future burdens. Good luck, my friend. Wars unlocked! Woohoo! Alright. I need to get away from the raging waterfall, so I can actually hear myself think. Alright. My hotbars are a mess, as per usual. And yeah, that is the level 30 quest for Marauder and Warrior. So, when we come back, we will be level 35 and we'll begin our path as a warrior. Okay, level 35. So, Curious George, why have to be next to a waterfall? Welcome back, my friend. I can see that you've not neglected your training. For my part, I fear that deciphering the ancient chronicles for my people has proven to be much more demanding a task than I had imagined. Mind you, it hasn't helped that I have been somewhat preoccupied of late. A comrade of mine from my days in the company of heroes asked me to do a favor, and it's taking me back and forth across the realm like some bloody fairy. I'm on a hunt for some mysterious feral beast that's been terrorizing small folk. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say its thirst for blood is unlike anything they've ever seen. Unfortunately, the time I spent in pursuit of the beast is time I have not spent studying the chronicles, and I am sorry to say I have made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us both. From what I can gather, the chronicles tell of an ancient set of armor forged by my ancestors in the flames of the seven hells, and inscribed with the same arcane incantations that adorn the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armor was passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, until one man, driven by rage and vainglory, cast all 5 pieces from Albalthia's highest peak. Since that day, the armor has remained lost, and with it, the power that it harbors. As far as I can make out, the next passage in the chronicle concerns the whereabouts of these missing artifacts, though I have only been able to make sense of the odd word thus far. Still, I must confess to some excitement. Imagine a warrior clad in such garb could achieve. If only my brother were here, he could decipher this text together and spread the teachings of our people into the entire realm. Alas, he is not. His whereabouts are as unknown to me as those of the ancient armor. I would have liked you to meet him, if only so that you could have looked upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you still shall. Yours is not as large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwine. Such is the will of the spinner. It may be that my brother has chosen a similar path to mine, but I have rambled long enough. You are here to take on the next step in your training, and so I shall oblige. And as something reaches the Danaland is the Sagoli Desert, a god-forsaken wasteland of naught but sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is here that the Leviathan of the dunes lurks, a sandworm of gargantuan proportions. When facing this mammoth creature, you will soon realize that the feeble hacks and slashes of your puny axe are ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. But do not let this dissuade you. Wake the slumbering beast within and summon forth the strength that transcends the limits of your physical form. Mind you, first you have to find the beast, and that might prove a tall order in itself. The U tribe that inhabits the Forgotten Springs is wise to the movements of the denizens of the forest, yeah. The desert. Should you want for guidance, I'd wager they can set you in the right direction. Alright. I'm out. Go, there's a sandworm bag. Speaking of sandworms, unfortunately, it's not the sandworm that I'm looking for. Sandworms are particularly sensitive to vibrations in the earth, such as those made by running. If you're looking to summon one of the beasts, then I suggest you search for their tracks, then run about making as much of a clamor as possible. I would also suggest you seek a cure for your madness. Huh. Alright. I can understand why people will call me crazy. I've seen the beast. Stands 3 miles high, and he does, and stirs up sandstorms which each writhe and wriggle. Showed up in my hunting field some years ago, and swung up my would-be prey in that gaping mob ever since. What about you? The Leviathan of the Dunes saw the fearsome bugger not a week ago, preying on the group of merchants south of Brygod's Strike. The smart ones dropped their wares, turned tail and ran. The dumb ones, well, at least they can say they died rich. Huh. Alright, time to slay us a giant worm. Where am I going? Way down there, huh? Alright. Alright. Where's this giant beast of burden? Where are the wares? Where's the beast? Ha! He looks like just any ordinary sandworm. What? I'm disappointed, actually. Alright, well that was disappointing. I was expecting something a little bit more, big. But that's just like the size of any ordinary sandworm. Alright. Where's my companion at for XP? Oh, it's getting there. Almost there. Almost there. Then I can start working on the healer. Cecily, your crystal grows ever stronger. And failing the raging sandworm, the beast within you slowly but surely arouses wakefulness. When next you do battle, methinks you'll find yourself capable of movements heretofore unfamiliar to you. When you master new talents, return to me. In the meanwhile, I shall continue my study of the ancient texts. What's that? Inner beast! Get me away from this waterfall! Alright. We'll be back when we are level 40. Level 40! Alright. Let's see what Curious George has for us now. Let's see if he's made any progress with those stupid, the text. Buddy! Hello again, my friend. It's quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since last we met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that with each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my work in the battlefield is diminishing by the day, yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicle will yield something of use. In fact, just last night I discovered how the warriors in my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regimens. These are the self-same techniques I have been instructing you in Cecilla, ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, our soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame for these atrocities solely on the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone who suspected of teaching it, or so the chronicles say. But what I could find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage of the chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods? Stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in the right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such an ignominy? That my people should be weak, so utterly bereft of pride is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has been already done. Well, I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this justice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished a reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you, my former comrade from the company of heroes, and the great holy woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and is to toss pollen to salt in the wound. Fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succumb to quelling threat, surely the people would see the warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Cecilla, we will win back our proud name. Now let's away to Wineport and meet with the captain of the militia. Alright, let's go check it out. Hi, little guy. My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. Like the fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any man defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Cecilla, you defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we will return here to meet back up the captain. Got it, Cecilla? Okay. That sounds like a simple task, right? In theory. There's an Esric nearby. What? That was said and say. See if I can find it. That's gotta be nearby, cause that was in Shout, wasn't it? Shit. Oh well. It's probably in the forest. All right. Get my chocobo out here. Alright, that was easy. There's more. Alright, I'll take you all on. I'm not afraid of you. There's a Velociraptor with wings. Puny wings, might I add. Die! God damn, there's more. Lord. Okay. That horde of enemies is gone. How's it going over here? Thank the 12 you're safe. We need your skills. You have need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream and I fear one of the beasts might be loose from the village. Come with me. Chopped him. Uh-oh. He's gone mad. Monster, get away. Get away. Monster? But I... Come no closer, Cecila. I beg of you. Succumb to the beast. I must return to the falls. Well, now you've seen your own kind fall to the beast. Whatever's gotten into Curious George. It is true that he fought like a man possessed, but to make mistaken for the very beast he hunts. Methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Were it not, friend, I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious George that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid. Alright. Back to the falls. Over yonder we go. Cecila, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation in which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, or now realize that to the layman's eye, It may seem that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was that this very misapprehension that led weight to the lies which led to my tragic disgrace. And if that's the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Cessla. It sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies and your training. I hope there's something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. Nice! I got my AoE! Me away from this waterfall. Alright, I'll be back when I'm level 45. We've attained level 45, so let's see what Curious George has for us now. Welcome again, my friend. I was wondering when your trials would bring you back this way. It just so happens I have some exciting news. I have finally uncovered the clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the lost armor of my ancestors. As it turns out, after the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountaintop, 5 of his pupils set out to recover them, intending to restore their master's name. What is more, they were actually successful in this search. However, when it came to reuniting the set, the armor's great power began to work upon their minds, and not one could bring himself to relinquish his peace. Realizing then that their master's fatal and pride was born of the artifact's combined influence, the pupils resolved to keep the pieces separate and to share between the 5 the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each one of them carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say that years later, prior to death, each of the pupils returned to the scene of his own greatest victory and buried the artifact in his possession in a final attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. And it is there that the pieces still rest. You may be interested to know that the armor itself is a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors. Identical in all respects, save for its lack of the arcane enchantments, but that ordained the original. I know what you're thinking. If we are to bring the 5 pieces together once more, what would prevent us from falling corrupted from the same fashion? Well, I thought of that. What we need only is to trace the runes we find on the armor onto every piece of the warrior gear. That way, there will be no need to worry about a single proud fool to becoming drunk on his all-surpassing power, as everywhere in the realm would be possessed by the self-same might. It's quite brilliant if I do say so myself. So how about we split up and begin the search straight away? 3 of the locations seems quite self-evident. I would entrust the search there to you while I track down the other 2 with tome in hand. One piece is said to be buried under the great rocks of Boulder Downs in Corthus, while another slumbers peacefully in Camp Tranquil in South Shroud. The last of the 3 rests untouched at Parada's Peace in Western Thanalin. Unearth those 3 relics and bring them to me. If they measure a fortune, I'll have tracked down their main 2 by the time by your return. Alright. Let's go to Corthus first. Let's see if we can't find ourselves some lost armor. Alright, so I'm going way down there. The other side of Corthus. Wonderful. It'd be nice if I could fly over these mountains, but I'll hit the ceiling. Yeah. I think I can cut across some of it. Yeah, but I know I'm at the ceiling. I'm just making a shortcut. Alright. Aha! I found it, and I found 2 mud puppies I didn't want. Go away. Naturia? The hell's a Naturia? Where is it? Hello? Oh. I'll fight you, you giant oversized mollusk! I'll take that. Yoink. Next is South Shroud. Where's this at? Alright, that's pretty close. Let me guess, it's gonna be guarded by a Morble. Oh no, it's a salamander. Dead. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And Western Thailand, right? Shit. I'm going up there. Great. Toad City. All right, let's head on down. Where is it? Oh, this thing's in my way. It shouldn't aggro me. It's level 24. Well, I'm not surprised it's a toad. Alright, Toad is dead. I'll take this, and I'll be on my way. Okay. Let's see if our buddy has made any progress. Why'd I go to why'd I go here? Oh my god. This is definitely not where I want to go. This is where I want to go. Alright, Curious George. How fares your search, Tesla? Have you found aught of my tribe's ancient relics? She have the 3 pieces of armor. Don't don them and show them to me. Really? I gotta actually wear them. Where's the... Aha. Suss out that you found the gear is most gratifying, but I would truly fancy it would be... Wait, stand still for a moment. The armor so becomes you so I could not tell you had it on first glance. But now I can have no doubt. I sense the power of the runes inscribed in each piece resonating with your soul crystal. This is the long-lost armor of the warrior. I too have found one of the relics, but I have run into an unexpected rub. When I donned the piece, I felt nothing, as if the lost treasure were no different from the unadorned replicas already in my possession. Whether the power has been lost to it or must needs be awakened by means is yet unknown to me, but this I cannot say. The ancient texts still hold many mysteries beyond my ability to decipher. But before I forget, I should mention to you that I did indeed track down another piece before I was waylaid by the current conundrum. I should find it sealed away at Red Mantis Falls. Alright. Let me get this shit off of me. Yes, it's better gear than what I have, but I'm not gonna wear it anyway. In fact, get it out of my armory. Return inventory. Alright. Red Mantis Falls. Okay. It's across the way and over the hill into the jungle. Ugh. I found it. What? Bring on the praying mantis. Give me my piece. Mine. I actually really like the warrior relic armor. It's one of the few relic armors I actually like. Sadly, it's just not my, it doesn't go with my glamour. Alright, let's go show off to George for our accomplishments. Since I see your search was a fruitful one, I am pleased to say that I also gleaned some insight into why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derives its power from a concordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beasts of the wearer. But my own resonance with the plating was too weak to allow a proper connection with it, and now I think I know why. My soul crystal. It once burned bright like yours, but since the events at Wineport has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened, I cannot say, but the tone was quite clear about what would happen with the powers of the armor to be bestowed upon one whose soul is weak. The inner beast would devour the mind of the wearer, who would go on a mindless rampage that would end only with the mercy of death. Yes, not unlike the crazed fiends we battle. I believe that the armor, since my weakened state, foresaw the potential of danger and then knowingly shut off its power to me, and I dare say we are fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this juncture. I must tell you that I left this final piece of the armor where I found it. The breastplate, as the piece closest to the warrior's heart, has powers far greater and more dangerous than the other pieces. Uncertain as I was to the reason for my being able to connect with the plate's mystical energy, I feared to take it mean imperiling both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn stronger than mine, yet I still worry for your fate were you to put it on. Look deep within yourself, Cecil. When you feel ready, you feel yourself ready, and only then come speak to me again. In the meantime, you would surely seek the ultimate relic of my people, the armor that could consume the very soul of the most poisoned warrior. Very well. If you are truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be one to stand in your way. But I beg you, Cecil, the moment you feel yourself losing control and your inner beast overcoming you, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain or into the depths of the ocean. I care not. For once the beast consumes your soul, there is no going back. You will rage on, a monster leaving naught but carnage in your wake. The realm will bleed and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. No, my people have been shunned long enough. I would see the coming of a new age in which warriors protect the weak and are loved and admired by the people of the realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights spent poring over the ancient texts. All has been for this day. Brother, I know not where your fate has led you, but yet I feel certain in spirit you stand with me today. Together we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiments, Cecil. As I said, this has been a long time coming. The breastplate you seek is in the highlands of Corthus, at the spring they call the Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. The events at Wineport still weigh heavy on my heart. Wow, I'm getting it already. That was fast. Exactly where is the Weeping Saint? Oh, it's up there. Alright. That's reasonable. Alright. Get out of my way, Bolthorn! You stand in my way of treasure. This cannot be. You must be removed from the picture. Alright. Give me my chess piece. Hand over the breastplate, Cecil. After much wrestling with the thought, I simply cannot trust such a relic to an outsider who may be overwhelmed by its power. I'll return now to Hidden Falls. If you had words with me, then come. I'll not run away. Man! Bullshit! I knew it was too good to be true. He turned on me. Alright, let's go have some, let's go get this guy a piece of my mind. I want my chest, please. Please? Yes, I want my chest, please, back. Cecil, I'm sorry. That did not mean for things to happen like this, but I had no choice. I have wrestled long and hard with the matter, but this is my decision. I cannot trust you with this power when I do not even trust myself. Ah, that's right. I won't attempt to don the plate again either, nor will anyone. Not until I prove that there is one who will strong enough to withstand the beast's siren call. Peer deep within your soul, Cecil. Peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. And you truly say that you can engage the monster in battle and emerge victorious. I shall return to the tome. If there are any answers to be found, they lie within those pages. In the meantime, continue your training that you might find an answer of your own. Oh my god, haven't I proved myself enough? Apparently not. Get me away from this waterfall too while I'm at it. Alright. I'll be back when I'm level 50. Hopefully, we can improve ourselves. Level 50! Alright, we've attained level 50. So, Curious George, I think I'm ready to take on your final trial. To prove myself. Cecil, there's much we must discuss, but now is not the time. You surely recall my mention of the hunt for the bloodthirsty creature terrorizing the small folk. I've just received word that self-same monster has been sighted near Wineport. What is more, according to those who managed to escape the carnage, the creature appeared more man than beast. If this is true, then our quarry could be far more dangerous than any wild animal. We must find a way to stop it. I must find a way. This is my chance to prove to the people of Wineport, nay, the world, that my tribe and my aura have been wrongly judged. Perhaps then my ancestors would deem me worthy. I think even my brother would too. There is no time to lose. We must arrive in the hamlet before any of the villagers fall prey to the beast. Let us leave at once. Hasn't this guy realized that the beast is him? No? Okay. Someone will tell him eventually, right? Alright. I can just go to Whiteport. I can just teleport there, but get it faster. Save myself the trouble. Alright, where am I going? Oh boy. What's happening here? Thank the gods for your presence. Wineport is in your debt once more. Fell creatures bear down upon our village in hordes, as if drawn by that great hairy beast. You must stop them. Sessa, you fend out these creatures. I will see to the beast. This is my battle to fight. Alright, you do you. Alright. Trounced. Well, that was easy. Huh. They got slaughtered. Uh-oh. It's the bees, run for your lives! Oh! Alright, so it's not Curious George. Who's this guy? Stop! These people are not your enemy. The enemy lies within. You're stronger than this. Take control of the beast. Do not let it consume you. Brother! Oh. Look at what you're doing. You're destroying all that I worked to restore. The fate of our people rests in our hands, brother. Your weakness would cost us everything. I cannot let that happen. I will not. Our ancestors have chosen me to lead our people to glory, and no one shall stop me. No one. No one. No one. Uh-oh. Is he succumbing? It was I who unlocked the secrets of the Chronicles. I who trained you in their ways. I who uncovered the locations of the legendary artifacts. I who defeated my tribe's greatest warrior. I am the master now. I am the master. Return to me what was rightfully mine. Oh, I see what's going on here. Give me the armor. I don't think so. Or I shall tear it from your bloody corpse. Buddy, do you know who I am? You're picking the wrong fight. Your strength is no match for mine, Cecil. I am the true warrior. Really? Let's see about that. Die! You must stop me. I just did. I just whooped your ass. I failed. Greatest warrior, huh? I failed you. I failed my people. I failed my ancestors. And I failed my own kin. I found out long ago what had become my brother, but did everything I could to deny it. I thought that if only I could prove myself stronger than he, that people would see his madness as the product of a weak mind, that they would believe the problem lay in him, not in our tribe. Yet all the while my own soul was growing weaker and weaker. The inner beast had taken hold and would not let go. It drove me as it drove my ancestors, the keeper of the armor, and my brother. Our tribe has lost sight of who we were. Seeking more strength, we allowed ourselves to fall victim to that which we had long scorned in others as weakness. Instead of learning to harden our wills with resolve, we steeled them with anger, and therein lay our folly. Like a bonfire, anger burns bright and hot, and when the fuel that feeds it is spent, all that remains is ash. By accepting anger as our guide, we left our wills at the mercy of the inner beast. But not you. Your will is more akin to the lava which courses through the mountains of my homeland. Burns stronger than any bonfire, and when it cools, it becomes hard and firm, unbreakable. This quality allowed you to keep your inner beast at bay. My people were once as you are now, Cecila. And I believe that is why my ancestors chose to speak to you. They sensed true strength within you, such strength as could rightly represent our people and our art. Had I but realized that myself, none of this would have happened. Well, what's done is done. If I'm to have any hope of restoring my people's name, I must start from the beginning. And this time, I must try to do it alone. It may take time, but together my brother and I will restore our village to its former glory. And when we have, I shall remember Cecila, my friend and fellow warrior, and how she saved me from myself, and that my dream might become reality. Alright. Where does Axe go? His axe like disappeared. Did he give him the axe too? I'll take the axe if you don't want it anymore. Wine pour is in your debt once more, Cecila, and what is more, we have seen the truth with our own eyes. Pray tell Curious George as much, and that we will be relying on him for his protection. He is a true warrior, and our humble homeland would be lost without his strength. I mean, Wineport owes me 3 times over now. I saved their business. Yeah. Wineport owes me a lot of favors. Wine port wouldn't be wine porn if I hadn't helped them recreate their vintage wine that got lost in the calamity. Seems the wine master has forgotten about that little fact too last time I saw him. Welcome back, Cecila. Despite all that transpired, the captain at Wine Park would entrust his village's defenses to me. I know not what to say. It has been a long road, but thanks to you, I have rediscovered what I lost so many years ago. I'll see to my brother's wounds, and once he is well, we will embark the path of a warrior again, engraving the lessons we have learned in our souls, never to be forgotten. Curiously, the moment I did avow this to myself, my soul crystal began to shimmer anew. I see yours too grow stronger than ever. It would seem my ancestors have once more bestowed their knowledge upon you. This power. Why, this is a power that I've only read about in the tomes. Nay, a power entirely beyond my comprehension. To think that I once doubted your resolve. No, you have truly conquered your inner beast and become a truer warrior than I could hope to be. Know that you stand before me, the equal of my tribe's greatest heroes. Ever steel your resolve, Cecila, and go forth into the realm and protect those who need your strength. With you representing us, the redemption of my people, the new era I seek, is surely close at hand. Nice! Yeah, I know how it goes. You wanna wait for this waterfall? Alright. And that is the end of the warrior questline from 1 to 50. Career opportunities! I think that's getting all the getting all the jobs to level 50. Let me see. Yeah. All of the base jobs to level 50. Alright. So yeah. That is the level 1 through 50 questline for Marauder and Gladiator, yeah, sure. Marauder and Warrior. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.